It just makes me feel good. Thank you.
I can look and be like, what am I doing on camera real quick?
Well, and I've seen from a lot of friends that I have that do, especially that do games, is that they're completely different people whenever they're offline as opposed to whenever they're online. They're a lot more energetic and everything. Mm-hmm. Not that I need you guys to be hyperspace bunnies today, but
I need you to wake up. Wake up, drink your coffee. I have an audience. I need you to entertain them, okay?
Oh, God, no. No, definitely good. But yeah, I know a lot of people that are definitely just different whenever they're online. So at least I tell you, just in case. Oh my gosh. Nah. We have people here already. I was gonna say the cachet is here, but you're here.
I'm here.
Yay. Y'all missed it. Like in the backstage before I went live, people started coming. I was like, "What is this?"
Yeah. Holy shit! I have people. Let's see. Eva's here. Shannon's here.
All the cool people.
Haley's here so far. Jace said that he wasn't gonna show up because he had some stuff to do.
Yeah, I hope he's doing okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's doing fine. He just had to check out for a little bit to take care of some business.
Oh my goodness. I commence the yawning because I don't drink coffee.
Oh my gosh, I love your cut. That's the first time I got to see it. Like when you turned your head. I love it.
Oh yeah. Thank you. He's like, who's what are we talking about? What?
It can't be mine because mine's growing out. Because I used to have the same thing, but it's all been growing out in the last year.
I couldn't do that.
I'm happy that this top layer was already so long, so that way people couldn't see like the awkwardness of it growing out. So I had that going for me. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't cut my hair. I do trim the ends so that it doesn't look so scraggly, but I actually like that scraggly look. So I don't worry about it. And I've got curly hair, so you can't really tell when it's all curly. It just
the only reason I actually ended up cutting this back part off is because at the time I was coaching cross country out here in Arizona, and we start in like August. So what would happen is I would go and I would run with the athletes because I'm the person that's like, if I'm going to tell my guys to run in 110-degree weather, I better run with them or they're going to, become disgruntled. So I would run with them. And what would happen is when we would get done, I would take the ponytail out and then this entire back thing would be tangled and it would take me forever to fix it. And so I just went to the salon. I was like, just make this go away. So that way... And so they went in there and they sheared it for me. And so I still look like I had long hair, but I had this done. So, but
I consider doing that for that exact reason. I can get a tangle on the back right there at the top of my neck. So easy. I can't wear scarves. I can't pop up the collar on my coats. I have to be careful. Otherwise, by the end of the day, it's just a knot back there. And it's so close to the scalp. It's a bitch to get out.
Well, I just have really thick hair. If I could actually...
Sorry.
Sorry. Now, if I could keep it, I would keep it this short from, like, where my bangs are separated. And the rest of it could be, like, absolutely gone, and I'd be happy. But, my husband decided that looks a little too not feminine. I'm like, fine, whatever. If that's your only thing, then okay. But I'm dyeing it however I want it. I figured I'd do something nice for him.
You look like a straight-up anime character. It'd be badass.
I cut mine for 2020, and I was, like, sitting there shaking because I had never cut it that low. And I was like, I'm scared. I don't know if I'm going to like it. I don't know if my boyfriend's going to like it. Am I going to look too much like him? Is he going to be like, hey, this isn't what I signed up for? But we both like, no. Yeah. Honestly, it's the most confident I've ever felt. Short hair does that for you.
Yeah, I was told I could cut my hair short again once I got to, like, I think 130. Like, this is an agreement that I have with my spouse because he had really long hair at one point. And we had like a talk, and I was like, you should just like cut it because you're turning into that typical IT guy with the long hair and the goatee.
Oh,
yeah. So I was
the typical look, so typical.
Yeah, so I was like, so the agreement was he would cut his hair and I would grow mine out, but I could cut mine if I got down to my goal weight, which is like 130 pounds. This agreement was made 3 years ago. As you can tell, working on it.
You got 2 more people here. Michael's here.
Hello, Michael.
Chloe's here.
Hello, Chloe. Welcome back. Nice to see you again. Chloe's becoming a regular.
Yeah. I'm going to an experiment with Wavemaker some more by putting on in his book, which is almost finished in the database. See if it helps. Cool. Cool.
What's Wavemaker?
Wavemaker is like a free writing software program. I actually did a video review on my channel about it. It's kind of like Scrivener and how it like sorts and organizes stories, and it's got a couple of other nice little features in it. And I really like it. I mean, it's free, and the guy just basically does it for donations only, but it's got like templates in there that you can use. It's saved to the cloud. It's really good.
Okay, I guess I know what video I'm watching today.
Yeah. Hashtag not sponsored.
Wavemaker is cloud only, right?
Yeah, it's cloud only. So like
that's why I didn't use it.
Yeah, so like the way it works is that we'll put the cache on your computer, and then you can back it up to the cloud if you want. And I think that's the only time I've ever had a hiccup, because if I forget to upload it to the cloud and I go to a different device, it won't be there. So it's like that's like the thing I always have to remind myself, like upload it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So with that, of course, off there. Bad words. Okay. Pain in the ass.
Are you making me
The
work
gremlins
now?
are already here, just so everybody knows. My internet just blinked.
Son of a
Of course
gremlins.
You're here, so of course.
See, and I thought I was being really nice by adding you on here, and I realized that was the worst. Thanks, Amy.
You bring me more coffee?
Ugh.
Have a good day at work.
Okay, so I'm gonna start the timer. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, and that one's done. And oh, come on. Stop. Replay. But don't play. Okay. God.
I love talking to you when I'm muted. It's such a one-sided conversation.
That's okay, because I had looked down at the thing and I was like, okay, cool, I got a minute left. And then I started dancing and everything more to what I was listening to. And I'm like, oh shit, I have 5 more seconds. Oops.
Oh,
Normally at 10 seconds, I'll close everything down so that I can hear everybody. Nope.
Not today.
Okay, so how did everybody do?
I got 433 words today.
I got 515.
I'm still deciding what to do, but I'm checking my email, and I already did a social media post.
Oh my.
Yay.
Right?
Look at you. Amy on social media, posting on Twitter. Who dis? I don't know.
I don't know.
I need
Your
to
guess
get-
is as good as mine.
Oh my god. No.
Amy, you're
back.
an SEO consultant, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to hit you up because that part.
I'm here to help.
She is. She's very smart.
Thank you.
Oh. Why are all these people trying to talk to me right now? Is Kara
Because
in a
they know
live
you're
stream?
awake.
If Kara's in a live stream, this is the time to bombard her with lots of questions and things. Like, no, go away.
Yeah.
My time.
So
But I should still read these, so.
Naked Firefly is getting away from the family. That's part of the reason why I do that this morning, in the mornings. So that, you know, nobody else is awake. And it's Monday, so I can just get it out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the fun thing about a holiday, any holiday, is that everybody's home. Shannon got 211. And the thing jumped. Okay, there we go. Haley ate breakfast and finished a scene on that she was stuck on Friday. Ugh. Chloe did 385. And everybody's saying good morning to everybody.
Morning.
Hey.
I'm going to go watch the ending of the pilot of 9/11 Lone Star because priorities.
Stop it. Okay. Sorry.
You talking to your cat?
Yes. Fuck off.
Definitely talking to the cat.
I had to take myself off mute because that was hilarious.
Oh my god.
Oh man, my right next to my desk is where I hang up my coat and my scarves, my hat, my purse. And in the time it took me just to realize what was happening, she was all the way up the coat to the top, hanging off of the hat, and she was about to fall right on the laptop.
Nice.
So I was like, "Don't do it, no!"
I have, let's see, Copper, if I put anything on the floor and I sit on the floor, then I used to have cats, so Copper will literally step on everything and lay down on everything just for me to pet him. I'm like, dude, really? You can come right here, right next to me where I made you a spot and we can snuggle while I do the thing.
Yeah, if I get on the floor, for some reason, that's like the silent signal for like, let's all sit on mom. Like, I'm trying to do yoga. And like, nope, dog face here, dog ear. Like, ugh.
Oh, they are worse when you're doing yoga. Like I don't know if my doggies, I have Cleo the girl and Titan the boy. I don't know if they're trying to join me with yoga or what, but one of them tries to eat the mat. The other one is like, I'm going to get up under you while you do your downward dog. Like, really, guys? Really?
One time I was sitting there and like I had gotten the dog to like go away. I was like, okay, cool, progress. And so like I was doing one of my poses and I was doing this fun number, and that's when one of my dogs walked by and she whacked me right here in the forehead with her tail.
Oh yeah, been
And
there.
then like and like she doesn't have like any sensory in her tail at all. So like she'll go and whack that thing against everything. Yeah. So she literally whipped me in the head. And so like I had a bruise here and there was a lump, and when I went to riding group, they're like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "It's the dog. I'm fine. There's nothing going on at home."
My dog
You know
abuses
what?
me.
That probably, I bet everybody looked at you like, that's a dog. A dog did that.
Yeah.
A dog.
Well, it was even funnier because like when Mr. Brown and I first got married, we were in Japan. I was doing boxing as a hobby because I didn't want to run miles, which I run miles now. But and of course like I got beat up by like a little tiny Japanese lady, and she like left me with a really good shiner. So when I showed up to work and I was in the military, I had so many people pull me to the side because they're like, "Are you okay? Did you get in a fight? Like, where did this happen?" I had to like walk around with like the number of the coach so that way they could call and verify that I got it in a sparring ring. Yeah. Because like if you show up and your face is all bruised in the military, like you can't, like people are like really invasive at that point. Like, did you get in a fight at a club? Is your husband doing something? Like you can talk to us. Like, I'm fine. I literally went to go get beat up on purpose. Okay.
I'm kicking my own ass. Do you mind?
Gosh, it's my business, guys.
I know. Yeah, it was so funny because
Don't
she was
try to
like,
bruise shame me.
it was like I was so naive at the time too, because like when you do like sparring things, you're sorted into like a weight category. And when I first saw the Japanese girl, I was like, "Oh man, I'm gonna beat the crap out of her because she's like this tall on me, right?" No, that didn't occur to me that we're in the same weight range for some reason, and so she KO'd me within like the first 30 seconds. Like,
You were trying to take it easy, and she was not.
no, she came for me hard.
She's like, I'm here for this.
She was so sweet though, because like when I woke up, she's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. Don't worry."
The way you just said it, she was so sweet because when I woke up, wait a minute, what?
When I regained consciousness, everything was fine.
Yeah, I'm fine. Don't worry, baby. It's okay. That's not what we're here for.
Oh my gosh.
That's a great story. I like that Carol story. That was awesome.
Yeah. Carol gets beat up on purpose and is okay with it.
So I'm gonna do a horrible segue, and let's beat each other up for 15 minutes while we like write and be productive.
I'm ready.
Great.
6 out of 10. 6 out of 10.
It'll get better. Or worse. I don't know. It's Monday. All right. 3, 2, 1, go. There, that time was much better.
Okay.
Rather than me scrambling to get everything done. Oh, I do not want that. There we go. That's better. Puppy!
Are y'all both gonna get up here? Hi.
Oh, it's your turn for the dog visit.
I know. Okay, Titan. Don't nobody want to see.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh, but we do.
Don't tell him that. So he has one green eye and one blue eye, and
Yeah.
he just gets everybody's attention with that. Stop it. Stop it.
Oh, wow.
Okay, Cleo. Cleo, calm down. Okay, yeah, I have to be there hyper right now.
Oh, goodness. How did everybody do this time?
Great question. I'm gonna do math.
I am working on my to-do list, but it is very tentative because I am not getting out of bed until it's above freezing. So I might not get out of bed for like another hour or two.
That sounds like a terrible problem.
Yeah.
I got 352, and that was half a blog post. So half of my February 1st blog post is done.
I did 274 because I had to look up a boat schedule to make sure.
Wow.
Yeah, I was like, does the boat actually go at that time? I don't know. Because the last thing I wanted somebody to come over and be like, oh, you didn't do your research now did y'all?
See,
It's
that's why I'm
amazing how
making
much
up
information.
everything.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
I said, that's why I'm making up everything. I made up the city, so you can't tell me that this street don't exist. Like, I made up this building. Nope. I made everything.
Yep.
I'm reading a story about Japan, and I know a lot about it, except this one thing that I'm writing about. And I was like, I know I was there, but I don't remember if this is the thing or not. So I have to be like...
It's amazing how much information like that actually is available online. One of my clients is a travel blog, and one of the things that I do is I go back through her posts and I do her hyperlinks. She'll put like the link to the site, and just a little SEO tip for anybody who's interested. When you have hyperlinks, try to use anything but click here. That is just poor SEO. And so she just leaves the link, and I go in and I'll fix it, and I help her out a lot. I do a lot more than just SEO on that blog. And I've found all kinds of stuff, like train schedules for Germany, and just stuff that I was like, wow, I had no idea that if I just looked for this information, I could find it.
Yeah.
She had,
and while it's really cool, it's also really scary.
A little bit. Because it's scary to think that people can turn around and do that kind of stuff to you. Like,
yeah, I talked to somebody who was like a private investigator, and he was just like, there is so much stuff that's like in the public domain and places that you can call. Like, I don't even have to follow anybody to know things about them. And then he was like, and then let's talk about social media. Like, you pretty much just tell me where you're going at all times. I'm like, that is creepy as fuck.
Yep.
No, you know something else that I thought was scary that as a child I never thought was scary, and as an adult I was like, why were we this stupid? Phone book.
Yeah.
Like, as a child, like, it didn't click that you literally had everybody's name and address at your fingertips in a phone book. And like now I'm like, dude, if you know where I live, you're doing too much.
Yeah, there was we had a problem in the military when not MySpace, I can't remember what it's called. Maybe it was MySpace, maybe it was something else. But like I remember it was a big deal in 2003 because we all had to go. Anytime you have to go to the base theater for whatever reason, it's just bad news. Okay, so like we were all told to go to the base theater, and I was like, fuck, like what happened now? And we had to have a long conversation about what you can and can't post on social media because some guy who was like, had a big clearance and whatever decided to post some stuff on the internet and didn't think that, the bad guys were going to read it. Like he was an idiot. And so we had to like cancel an entire mission and do some other stuff. And then a year after that, in 2004, we had this kid from Oklahoma hack into our base security system.
Nice.
And it was like we had like a moment where it was like, what's going on? And the next thing you know, the whole base gets shut down. I mean, the power went out. They took everything offline. And that was funny for me because I was in the office and I was like, I literally can't help anybody today. So people come in, it's like, I need to get an ID card. I'm like, sorry, like everything's offline.
Mm-hmm. That's
I
crazy.
was 14
Yeah.
at the time, so it was not me.
No,
I was 14 at the time.
I'm pretty sure I found out later it was like this 14-year-old kid who was just trying to see if he could do it. And I was like, did you recruit him? Because you should have recruited that kid.
Right.
No, it's crazy the amount of information that people put online. Like, hey, I'm eating here, or this is what I like, and this is, it doesn't take much to figure out where somebody is.
Yeah, there was one guy at my college right now who is doing a social study. Not to be like taking over the
You're fine.
Okay. But he did a social study about how much information people actually put out there, and he did a video of it. Mm-hmm. And so he would just do he would be first on Instagram, and he would just do a search for the area and then find who was tagging what in that area, and then he would go to that person's profile and see what was linked to that. And he walked over to one lady, and he was just kind of like, hi, it said her name. It's like, I see that you're in town with your friend so-and-so and that you're going to a wedding this weekend and like all this other stuff. And she stared at him, and he was like, this is a study. I found all that out because you posted it on social media and you don't have any privacy settings. Like, yeah, he did that multiple times. One lady decked him.
Yeah, like in my head, like that. You see, my fist was up over here on the side. Like I just had a moment where I was like,
yeah, but his point was just kind of like, you have this information up for anybody to find. Mm-hmm. I just found it. Like,
yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, it's cool that you can share it with your friends and family and maybe some other people. You're also sharing it with people you don't want to share it with.
Right, everybody.
Yeah.
So that was exciting.
I did that with a couple of friends. It was just like, oh, so you're right here right now. And they're like, how do you know that? You're on the other side of the country. It's like, because I can see it. You have all your shit open. It's like, do you really want people to know where you're at? And then all of a sudden they just mark everything to private. And I was like, yeah, there you go. Yeah. And it's fun. On Netflix, there is a show called You. And it's great. Just all of the little maniacal shit that he does. Oh my gosh.
That boy
I've heard about
is psycho. That boy is psycho.
I got my husband in on it, and he doesn't like that sort of stuff. He's into like Westerns and action and beat 'em up and everything like that. And he's like, this is kind of a really good show.
It's good. It is good. It does have you sitting there like, oh,
yeah.
He just stole her phone.
Mm-hmm. But it doesn't take much. That's literally all that it takes.
Right.
Somebody crazy.
Got everything.
A wild
I got 3 locks on my phone. I use an encrypted text message thing.
Yeah.
That's why, I don't share anything on social media, really. That's why it's so hard, and it took me so long to just succumb to the peer pressure, because even though I know it's valid, especially considering my profession, I still just don't want to do it. I take as many precautions as I can.
8 months. It took 8 months. 8 months, 3 times a week.
To get a Twitter.
Counting or anything.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't even like to show my face. Like, Caro and I have been friends for almost a year now, and Caro has only seen my face in a picture one time.
That's it.
So,
well, and then at one point,
don't make me do it.
And then at one point, she was like, well, I'm this person in the picture. I was like, no, you're not. You're the statue in the background. I know. Don't lie to me.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about. I went to visit a friend who lives in Tennessee. We went to Nashville. We went to the Parthenon. And speaking of social media, it's amazing how many of those things you're in by accident, too. Like, I saw all these people taking pictures at the Parthenon. And I'm like, that the pictures that you can get off of the website are way better than anything you can take in person, right? Like, if you're not taking a picture of yourself, what's the point?
Yeah.
And there were so many selfies that I know that I'm standing in the back of because I'm watching this person take a picture. And then there was these 2 guys, and they just irritated the shit out of me. And it wasn't even their fault. It was me. But I have plantar fasciitis, and
Mhm.
which is something wrong with your feet.
Oh,
Yeah.
And so I can't go up and down stairs very easily. And there's like no hand railings on the stairs that go up and down the Parthenon. So I had to go up and down the main stairs that were smaller than the big side steps. And these two like college age guys were filming TikToks where they were doing like handstands and shit directly in front of the main stairs. And I was so pissed because I could see the little light and I knew they were recording and I had to go down those stairs. So not only is there footage of me glaring at them as I'm going down the stairs, I can just imagine the shit that they were talking about. Some people are so rude. Like they look at her, she's watching us. And I'm like, dude, it just because one of them saw me as I was coming around and he did kind of like I saw him look back real fast, like, oh no, there's people in the background. I'm like, no shit, dude, you're in front of the main door. The
Yeah, you're in
main
a
door.
public place. Of course there's people around. Quit fucking around. Go do it somewhere else.
Yeah. I wanted to go on social media and just check the Parthenon and see if I could find myself. You know what I mean? I wanted
Yeah.
to see, but I totally forgot about it because I was still visiting with her. And yeah, I didn't do it.
I'm so bad because
But-
when I go out, I have a hat and I've got like those mirror cop glasses and everything else. Like, don't look for me. I really liked my mirror cop glasses because, as everybody knows, my face can be really loud sometimes. And it was when I was doing augmentee and then after this we can do a sprint. Sorry.
Yeah.
And it was when I was doing augmentee for the base police, and I'll never forget because the roll call chief came over and he handed me a pair, and I was like, "What is this for?" And he's just kind of like, "When you pull people over, like I just don't want them to know that you think that they're a fucking idiot." And I was like, "If I'm pulling them over, they are a fucking idiot." And so it would just be me and my mirror glasses and doing the kind of like, "Do you know why I pulled you over, sir?" It's like, "Yes, you were speeding. It's a 35 zone. You were going 65. That's a criminal speed limit." No, I don't care who you're married to. This is your ticket.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the worst part about just anything is that resting bitch face is really bad.
Yeah.
Like I'll be at the store and like friends that I know, like I went there yesterday and they were like, "Are you angry?" No, just my face. And I'm at the grocery store on a Sunday with a whole bunch of people.
Why are you in here? I'm good.
Yeah. I don't have RBF, but I can't hide shit on my
Yeah.
face. Like, yeah.
Yes, my facial expressions have gotten me in trouble many times.
Yeah.
Oh, you're hungry. That's why you're here. You don't give a fuck about me.
Hey, food dispenser, pay attention.
It's kind of like no, it's Mac. Mac only comes in here when he's hungry. Like that's it.
Baby Bobby Beagle! My goodness!
I love the big ears.
I have one of those too. He's sleeping behind me snoring. And if I were to move my camera, I'd probably flit off. So
What did you say?
I said that the puppy's behind me snoring.
Aww, you're so cute.
He just looks cute. He looks cute. Okay, this is the most passive aggressive dog I've ever owned.
All beagles are adorable. All puppies in general are adorable, but still, oh my goodness, beagles are amazing.
I'll take care of it when we're done. You're not gonna die if you wait another hour.
Well, here, we'll do a 15-minute sprint. Maybe Carol can go feed the dog before he dies, because that would be really nice of you. Otherwise, he's going to give you the look. It'll be bad. So another 15-minute sprint in 3, 2, 1, go. Where's my Okay, so that one went by super fast.
Yes, definitely.
I usually don't do anything until like the second or third round. So whenever I actually start to, and it's like, oh, 15 minutes, awesome. Oh, crap, now I have 2 seconds. Oops. What is everybody working on?
So I am working. Carol, you're muted, just in case you didn't know. Oh, okay.
I am working on willing the temperature to rise.
If
34 now.
you figure that out, please share your wisdom, because like I said, it's still in the 20s here in Oklahoma, and who's not having it is I. But I'm working on my February 1st blog post for my blog. I've come up with 3 different things I want to do each week. So I have been writing out like what my readers can expect for the month of February to come for me. And so I'm a little excited. It's some different things, so I'm excited.
I'm doing math.
Uh-oh. I mean, good for you.
So I fed the dogs and then I wrote 198 words.
Okay.
I finished my emails and I moved on to doing some SEO for a client.
Dana will be on after me, which is awesome.
Yay!
Papa Pig one.
Yeah, she's sitting. So my desk goes like this, and she's on the wall back there.
Okay.
Let me see if I can.
Hey, you see,
That's what you got. Hey, Booger, say hi.
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 I just love you. Yeah, they all said hi. Okay.
Papa Pig.
That's the only way to keep her quiet-ish is to plug her into something.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Well, it's not my website, Haley. It's my work site. It's for work.
Oh. Haley got another plot point done, moved over. I need to put my chair back down. I thought that I was too low. Apparently I'm not now. As long as my ass doesn't hit the floor, we're good. That is not the right one. Son of a bitch. Where is the thing? So I took the arms and the back off of this so I could actually sit cross-legged in it, and now I don't know where any of the things are. Is this one it? Holy fuck it is. Okay, good. Yep, that one.
Yay.
That was an adventure.
Yeah. Well, there are 3 on here. I don't know what they do. I just need one of them.
I take the arms off my chairs so that they'll go flush when I push it up to the desk, but I can't imagine taking the back off of a chair. Like I use the back of my chair.
Oh, I don't. As my ear thing falls out. Fucking fantastic. So I really don't. I just sort of sit cross-legged and turn into a potato. So yeah. And thankfully, because I watched one of my friend's 30-hour streams yesterday. And yeah, he does a lot of games.
Oh, I was like, a 30-hour stream.
Yeah, he was. So what happened was that he did a 24-hour because he did a rebranding as a tribute to his brother, and then it went on for 30 hours because he just was playing something else with somebody, and I'm like, okay, cool. I only got 3 hours of sleep, but can I just like lurk and not talk? It's like, no, you need to stay here. Be supportive. And I'm like, I need sleep or I'm gonna be a mega bitch. Be supportive.
That's me. I sleep a lot. I have the option to sleep. I'm lucky. And I take full advantage of it. And I'm one of those people too where like I go to bed earlier than everybody else in the house. And as soon as I go to bed, like that's it. You're all on your own. Like the house better be burning down. Don't come in here and try to get me out of bed for nothing. So I'm all about that. Like, no, if you like me, you're gonna let me go to sleep. Just trust me, it's better for everyone.
Yeah. This is a lot better so that I can actually sit cross-legged in it. I had it to where you normally sit, only I have it turned because it's widest. And if they could just make chairs like this, that would be great.
So I'm like a mini human, so I can I just do this and cross leg and because I'm so tiny, because I'm so little. No, because I was sitting here and I was like, I feel like my cousin would have a harder time, and he's not. I'm just tiny.
I am not tiny, and I've got long legs. I can't sit. I haven't been able to cross my legs in a chair for years. I'm tall too.
Yeah, no, I'm just a short person.
I'm short too. I know I look big on the camera, but I'm not.
I am a tiny human.
I enjoy being short.
I like being tall.
I do too. The teasing was the sucky part of it, but outside of that, I actually prefer my height to other people's.
Yep. Okay. Michael's compiling a list of characters and all the stuff. It's tedious, but it oddly sounds fun.
It sounds very satisfying. At the end of it, everything's so organized.
Did you run into the sprinkler? You did.
Oh, he's such a beautiful black color. Oh, I love it.
Yeah, I love him too. Oh, you're so cute. You guys stay here? Maybe.
If you keep petting me, I will.
I'm trying to teach him to stop jumping on my lap, not because I don't like it, but he needs to do it when he's invited and not I was in the middle of one of my meetings over the weekend, and so I'm sitting here having a professional conversation. All of a sudden, big dog on my lap, and I'm like, and I'm just gonna keep talking like this dog isn't here.
Yeah, the house burning down. I better be beyond the point of saving, or you're gonna need saving from me. Agreed.
Facts.
Yes.
What are you doing? Oh wow.
Yeah, I get in trouble because I'm not a morning person. Because I don't drink coffee, I don't drink tea. There's no caffeine in the morning, and there's barely any caffeine during the day. So I'm just a bitch all day, and apparently that's my excuse. But but yeah, I had my husband knows, and we've been together for 12 years, and he knows that you just don't talk to me, don't ask me any big questions. You can ask me, how I slept, and that's about it. But you're going to get a series of looks that denote how I slept. Those are going to be my answers.
That's a good call.
I have a caffeine sensitivity, so I don't drink very much caffeine at all, really. And but I am a morning person, which is good because my day starts at 5. So, yeah.
I wake up at 6:20 whenever I take the monster to school, and I get her up at 7 just so I can deal with it. So that's 40 minutes of me just sitting there going, oh my God, it is so early.
My morning is already over by then. Everything that I got up to do first thing in the morning, help everybody get out of the house, it's all done by 6:20, and I'm like, all right, what am I going to do with myself today?
Sounds like go back to sleep if you ask me. And everything's done, I'm getting back in bed. I'm done for the day.
I don't need to be awake now.
When it's below freezing, hell yeah. I really am in bed with a blanket. Fuck all that noise. It's below freezing. I'm hibernating. Leave me alone.
Yeah.
And so I crochet me an Afghan, and it feels amazing. But it feels so amazing that my dogs have decided that it's theirs.
Been there.
And it's no, bro, I didn't make this for you. I will make you one, but this is mine.
Yeah. Dogs fun that way.
I have a blanket that I share with Copper, and thankfully it's massive. So it's like we have a king size bed, and it's made for like a king size bed, but it's mine. So yeah, he'll come up and he likes how soft that it is and everything. So if I take a nap during the day, he's like, "Hey, this is my blanket too, Mom." Only his somehow his beagle body turns into like a mastiff. I don't know how it happens. He takes up the whole bed, and I'm like, okay, yeah.
We're talking about smart dogs taking over stuff. Long story short, we live not too far from a pretty wealthy community, and so the thrift stores are fantastic. And I've got comforters for days because they're like $5, and these are like amazing comforters. So I made some giant pillowcases for the back of the couch. I don't have individual pillows on the back of the couch. I have comforters that are folded up, and then I made pillowcases to put around them, and that's the back of my couch. It's amazing. I love it. And I have had a dog who knew they were not allowed on the couch. Not allowed on the couch and stay out of the kitchen. That's like the only 2 rules of the house. And but she decided she liked the pillow. I don't know how she decided she liked the pillow, because she never got access to the pillow. But she figured out that she could just reach up on the couch and pull down the whole big ass pillow and then sleep on it on the floor right there at the base of the couch. And I don't know how she figured it out, but that's all it took, to the point where I just made her own so that she would stay off the couch and stop tearing up my pretty couch pillows. Because I don't know how she did it, but she decided it was hers. And I feel so bad reprimanding an animal if I don't catch them in the act.
Yeah.
So
hard.
like, just to see it on the bed, see it on the floor, and you can see the little groove where the dog was, and she's been laying there the whole time I've been gone, but I didn't catch her do it. So even though I'm like, who did it? Who did it?
That's funny.
Oh,
So eventually, that's what my dog beds are. Huh?
If I could do that, my dog would be in heaven. But I have cameras in my house because I have epilepsy. And so my dog knows not to do things while I'm home. But when I'm gone, this little fucker gets up on his 2 legs and is pulling things off the damn stove.
Oh, yeah.
I come home, the whole loaves of bread being taken off shelves and eaten. Like, he's only going to get bigger. He's not even a year yet.
Oh, no.
He is a husky and pit bull mix. And, yeah, no. Like, I have to get him for the stuff I can't see him do. Or else he'd never get in trouble.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie, I kind of like that. You see it on YouTube all the time where a dog will make like a huge mess, and the human will walk through and they'll be like, "Who did it?" And there's like 3 dogs, and 2 of them are just wagging their tail, and that 3rd one's like, "Oh God, this is it." The moment reckoning is upon us. I'm so busted.
That's my house.
Time.
Yeah.
So
my house
I thought that it was both of them, and I watched the camera, and you see the oldest dog, you see her walk into the living room, look around and see what he's done, and go back into the bedroom and lay down. And she crosses her paws like this, and she sits there until I got home.
Nice.
Like, you see it on camera, and you're like, oh no, she really is not messing with you, dude. Like, she is like, nope, you gonna get in trouble when you get home. I'm gonna stay my ass in the bedroom.
Nice.
That's funny.
Yes, I agree completely with Dahlia. I'm a night person, forced to be a morning person, but I totally nap. I'm lucky because I'm alone from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Man, I have news.
I used to be a night person, but like my husband can't sleep if I'm not in the bed with him. So like I'll be in the middle of like whatever writing groove I am. He's like, "Well, I'm going to bed now." I'm like, "God fucking damn it." So
I'm the one that does that. I'm not the one that stays up. I'm the one who's like, "I'm tired. Lay down so I can fall asleep. Come on." I get whiny when I'm sleepy, like a baby.
Well, because at first I was like, "Well, just go to bed and I'll join you when I'm tired." And then what would happen is he would be there for like an hour. Yeah, he would just lay there for an hour and then come out. And he's like, "No pressure, but like whenever you want to come to bed." I'm like, Like that's the
I got
opposite.
to the point where I'm like, just lay down until I fall asleep. Like, if you want to get back up once I'm asleep, go for it. But I fall asleep so much faster when I'm not alone. So, you know, just give me 30 minutes and then you can have your evening back. Bye.
Yeah, no, that doesn't happen. The moment I get up, he's like, "Why are you getting up?" I was like, "Cause I can't sleep." He's like, "Well, I'll get up with you." It's like, motherfucker, just go to bed. Go the fuck to sleep. It's like the kid book. Go to fuck to sleep.
Yep. See, and Nate hits the pillow and he's done. I've been having, like, I would have a conversation with him whenever we get into bed, and he lays his head down within 5 minutes. There's no more talking, and I'm like, dude, what the hell? I'm sorry, I fell asleep. I was like, every time you're horizontal, you fall asleep. You're the doll who, you know, you lay it down and its eyes close, and that's it, and they're done.
That's cute. I've never heard that analogy before.
Me either. That made me giggle.
We joke about that all the time about him laying on the couch or something, and he's like, well, I'm not tired, I'm just gonna lay here. And I'm like, bullshit, you're gonna fall asleep because you're horizontal. That's how that works.
I fell
wish it was
asleep
that
on a
easy.
live stream once because I thought if I laid down and put the cover over my lap, I would just be okay because I was cold.
No.
Woke up to a dead computer and a whole bunch of messages like, are you okay? Like, you fell asleep, but you haven't responded. Is everything all right with you? Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. We're gonna do one last thing. Let me actually get it back up here. Dude, what's your thing? Okay. One last sprint for 15 minutes, and then we will continue the talking and the doing.
You're gonna be in so much trouble when she hits her teenage years.
Right.
She is such a sassy pants already. She's only 5, and it's horrible. And there are times whenever I'm like, you know, I remember that because that's like me at 5 years old. And while I pretty much wasn't too sassy all my teen years, it just stuck in my head. So yeah, I already know that we're fucked. I am well aware. That's why we only have one, and that's it. Because I don't think I can handle any more.
Hey.
Anyway.
Aww.
Anyway, sprinting for 15 minutes. 3, 2, 1, go.
Hello.
Yay. Done.
Yay.
Okay. Oh my gosh. However, I do keep leaning back in the chair and having to remind myself not to lean too far back because,
There's no
yeah.
back, right?
No. Yes.
Gotta maintain that core so that way you don't be like, blah.
Yeah. So I don't fall off my chair like some people when they're inebriated.
Ha ha.
I owned it, okay? I could have edited that out.
I was driving and watched that and realized I was just like, oh, here it is. Okay. And press play, and I like had tears streaming down my face for most of the first 2 minutes or whatever it was.
You're welcome.
I watched
That
the
was
beginning alone like 3 times because it was hilarious. I was there. Like, I got tears brimming in my eyes just thinking about it again because it was the highlight of my Friday.
Oh, well, I'm glad that you enjoyed it. I know, like, at one point I was editing it, and I was like, this is such a freaking hot mess.
Like, no lie, I would love to see the hot mess because what wasn't the hot mess was still hilarious. Like, I was sitting there like, I can only imagine.
At one point, Mr. Brown came in. He was, like, off camera, and I was just ranting about, like, Christian Grey. And he was just like, well, he's just a fictional character. You can't actually do anything about it. I was like, that's not the point!
The point is that there are so many other people who want somebody like him, and you really don't.
Yeah, he actually had like some really good gems in there, but I was like, do I really want to put him like in the video because like you can hear him and he sounds all really smart, and there my drunk ass is like this, like oh god. I told him it's like maybe we'll have to have like this conversation when I'm sober. I think it would be pretty insightful, but then again, like I don't know, but yeah, so yeah, he had some good gems in there. I don't know.
Oh my gosh. Haley got 173. I didn't write. I didn't do a whole lot. I'm good. This is how I wake up. I have to, during Dana's stream, I'll be playing Ring Fit, so dying. Oh.
Well, that was interesting.
I finished my checkup on my client. And I got to brag, I've already got her traffic up 8.8% so far just this month.
Ooh.
Yay!
Uh-huh. It's not even over yet. And so I bragged to her a little bit. I was like, oh yeah, I showed her some of the screenshots of the numbers. And now I am moving on to the next client on the list.
Yay, busy.
I got about 200 words that time. I spent the first 5 minutes being attacked by both the dogs. They had some stuff they needed to get off their chest. Comes Cleo.
I don't know how much I wrote because I'm kind of doing the taboo thing of like reading and then rereading and taking some stuff out. So it says I've only written 700 words today, but I know I deleted some because I was like, I don't need this part anymore. So I'm editing.
Yay.
Yay, editing.
That's what I need to do. That's probably going to be next on my task list.
Yeah, I asked my friend who's a Shinto expert. I was like, hey, take a look at the story. Make sure that I'm not fucking it up, please. And so now I'm just kind of sitting here patiently waiting. Haley, when you say that it's people missing the point of the Mr. Darcy trope, are you talking about like the prejudice thing, or are you talking about something else? Because sorry, I was like, I've been looking at that comment for like the last 5 minutes, going like, what does she mean?
Yeah, I was gonna put the comment up and we kept talking. Sorry, yeah. Yeah, I get really expressive when I talk to my daughter.
I love it. I was sitting over here giggling.
Yeah, no, I generally have a really expressive face anyway. So yeah, whenever I talk to her, it all comes out. It's worse whenever I'm tired.
So Haley, the Mr. Darcy trope. Tell us.
Yeah.
Tell us.
It's gonna take a minute, but yeah.
Yeah. So I am. So for Black History Month, I've come up with 3 themes, and it's Black thoughts, Black vision, and Black poetics. And it's to change the thought process of the word Black, because like as soon as I wrote Black thoughts, I was like, "Ooh, that sounds horrible," and then it was like, "But why does it sound horrible? What makes it sound horrible? Why am I thinking that?" And so the thought is to change the connotation that comes with Black. And so my blog is a photography and a writing blog. So Black Vision is going to be me storytelling through my photography. So it'll be a shot that tells a story every week. So like I'm excited about that. So I'm just excited because it's like, yay! Like I'm gonna be able to create some diverse conversation. So yeah.
Oh yeah. No, I can agree with that, Haley. That's definitely like a surface part of it. I always found the Pride and Prejudice thing to be really interesting because you're talking about somebody's pride versus somebody's assumptions about somebody else, and how that conflicts. I always thought that Mr. Darcy would just had like a mild like social anxiety thing going on, because like I think you can see it the best in the BBC special, because every time he was confronted with like somebody who was like really forward in his face, he'd just kind of get his arms behind his back, walk over to a window and just stare out of it until it was time to go. I was like,
well, you figure after reading up a little bit more on it, you figure that back whenever it was written, people had stations, like different monetary stations and things like that. So you would assume that the people with less money would obviously, and as you can see in some of the shows and the movies, they were closer, like actually comfortable around each other, whereas people that had more money definitely stood farther apart, were stiffer around each other and things like that.
That was all a big political game for them too, because they always had to worry about somebody trying to like pitch their sister to them, so that way they would like, the sister would go up in station, so they'd always kind of be like distant. It's like, I know you want my money, you can't fool me. And that's exactly what Miss Bennett was doing. She's like, we have to marry the children so we can go up in life.
Yeah. Well, and that was the whole thing too. Whenever she had like all girls, that's kind of how that works.
They had 6 daughters, 6. And one of them had to be scandalous.
Yeah.
I didn't mind Pride and Prejudice. I thought it lived up to its name. But Great Expectations is one book that I had great expectations for, and I just could not enjoy reading it. The story itself isn't bad. I get why it's called Great Expectations, but I just did not enjoy reading it.
Yeah, that's a good point, Haley, because like there's like a scene in the book where Elizabeth basically says, "You're an asshole," right? Like I summarized like 3 pages right there. But she basically says that to him. And it's interesting because at that point he thought what he was doing was the right thing. And so somebody coming over and saying, "No, you're wrong and you're an asshole and you hurt my sister's feelings," he was just kind of like, "What have I done?" And then you get like that long ass letter that he sent her.
Yeah.
I know way too much about that book. Way too much. It's like required reading in Britain. My mom is a fan. I read the original text. I watched the BBC special. I did read Pride, Prejudice, and Zombies. Absolutely fantastic, by the way.
I need to read that.
And then I read all the historical analytical stuff, not by choice. This was a requirement in my household, where we broke down all the stuff in the book. And what was really hilarious is that when the teacher, in my honors English class had us read that book, like I would call her out on things because she would make an assumption. I was like, actually no, because according to this guy who analyzed this and that actually means this, not this thing that you're talking about. She would like stare at me. I was like, bring it. It's like, I'll call my mom. I'll call my mom. She can sit right here and she'll check you too.
Oh no. Yeah, I noticed with that book, that was the first older writing that I've actually read, and I can read pretty fast if I want to. I had to slow down and like chew on it for a bit. It's like it's a good book, but holy shit, the fact that I actually have to read it. Wow. Just because of how things are worded and everything.
Very different time, for sure.
Oh my gosh. Okay. This has been fun, but I know that Dana's actually coming on here after me in a half hour, so everybody can regroup and go for the next one, and I won't be on there, but I'll be in chat.
All right.
So that I can, so that I can try to not cuss really loud at the Ring Fit because tiny human
is here today.
Come on,
Oh,
push
I'm
it
horrible
behind.
about it estimates calories, and that's how I work with it. So about 70 in, if I'm doing squats or anything that deals with my ass being closer to the ground, I start swearing because it's horrible. My knees just don't like it. So yeah, it's bad. So we'll see how far that goes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if you guys want to do your outro thing.
Did we even do intros? Oh my gosh,
No.
I don't think we didn't, did we?
We don't do intros here. It's just like we're here. You're lucky that we're awake. We're gonna have some coffee.
It's one of those things where if you don't know us, then I'm sorry. Congratulations. Be prepared.
My name is right here. There's my name. Anyway, I'll go first. Hi, my name is Kara Brown. I am an urban fantasy author and the operations director for Otherworld Inc. I came here today to work on a short story for a charity. I have made some progress. I wanted to finish this like Friday. I'm still working on it. The writer struggles. I'm done.
And I am Amy. I'm an SEO consultant. That's what I did for most of the morning. And I have been writing my first rough draft of my first revision, excuse me, Carol set me straight, of my first fiction book. I don't have any previously published works or even a website because I'm stubborn. So thank you for having me while I'm here fighting the sub-freezing temperatures.
Yeah.
Hi, everybody. I am Cachet. I am a poet and short story writer. I do have a blog, respectmyartistry.wordpress.com. A blog post went up today, writing when I don't feel like it. Check it out. I'm not published yet. I'm working on my first novel, Jesus Never Went to College. So I will be looking for people to help me go through that in the future. So, but thank you for letting me join you, Athena. It's my first time joining you, and I enjoyed myself.
Of course, it was fun. And I'm Athena. I'm the host, and this is my monster, Ember.
Hi, Amber.
She lets me, mess with her, and she enjoys it. Are you gonna say hi? You'll say hi. Okay, well.
Oh, dang, we got
No, but the
Nice.
funny part is that she will ask about you guys. She constantly asks about Carol already. It's like, are you gonna go on the computer with Carol? And I'm like, it's Monday, so yeah. Oh, well, I have to go to school.
I talked to her off screen once. Like she wouldn't talk to me, but she had her face near the mic, and I was like, "Well, how are you doing? How old are you?" She's like, "I'm okay. I'm going to school."
Yeah. So anyway, my name's Athena, and I'm the host. I do this on Mondays. I wish I could get my shit together and do everything else that I'm supposed to do on Wednesday and Friday, but that hasn't happened yet. So at least I'm successful with one thing. I'm supposed to be editing my first book, but that isn't going well either. So I'm just here for shits and giggles, apparently.
Community involvement.
Productive shits and giggles. Productive shits and giggles.
Yeah, productive shits and giggles. Anyway, so that is it. Next up is Dana. She's there in the chat. There we go. That's what it is. It's the chat. She's in the chat. So in a half hour, if you want to go over to her channel and everybody will be on there. Yeah.
We'll see you there, guys. You should come join us.
Bye, guys.
I will end the stream.
Bye.